Hi guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome to another sunny day in Florida. Today I'm going to be drawing one of my wedding photos. If you were not aware, I got married just over 2 weeks ago. I've been married 2.5 weeks and I'm going to go through my wedding album today and just pick a photo that I really like and see if I can recapture some of it and illustrate it. I have one in mind and I am kind of terrified because I haven't watercolored anything in at least 6 weeks. I know you've seen content from me recently, but that was before I moved, and I moved out of my apartment towards the end of August. So I haven't painted anything in like at least 6 weeks. So I'm very excited. I'm also terrified. And I don't want to replicate the photo so much. I just want to replicate the two of us. And if I can make something with that, I'm gonna be really happy. So let's see how we go. I have like 4 weeks worth of YouTube videos stacked up ready for me to watch while I do this. And I hope you enjoy it. Before I forget, you might actually want to see the wedding photo that I'm referring to here. So this is it. This is one of the few wedding photos we got where the height difference doesn't look enormous. If you don't know, my husband is like 6 inches shorter than me. Which doesn't make me love him any less or vice versa. It just means in some of the wedding photos I look like Shrek and he looks like Donkey. So with all that in mind, let's play. Let's just play. I'm so excited. It is like 3:40 p.m. I spent like 2 hours doing the roughs for this because I just couldn't get it right. One thing that's been really bothering me, this is the final rough by the way, was the face. Specifically my face, because in the photo I am looking at him completely profile basically. And that is not something I draw very often, as you would have seen from my last video. The final schematic, I guess, before I line anything, I'm quite happy with because in every other rough that I did, I looked like a man. I gave myself this huge jaw, or like my head was too big and I looked like an egg, or something like that. So I'm very happy with this. The reason I decided to interrupt the flow of tracing and all this stuff is because I have been thinking a lot about the colour scheme that I want for this, and I was going to follow our wedding colours initially. Our wedding colours were pink, yellow and blue, so basically a baby shower set of colours. And I was going to follow through with that, but honestly I've had this thing for the colour pink lately, like just really pastel kind of pinks. So considering the last video was a little disappointing in the sense that like I didn't get to use pastels even though I really wanted to, I'm gonna try and just do pink pastels with this. And I'm also very strongly considering painting the line work, which is just throwing me out of my comfort zone right now because I haven't done it in, God, at least 3 months. I also found a heap of my brushes when I moved, so my line work brush is finally with me again. I've been reunited with my line work brush. So I think I'm gonna do it. Let's see how this goes, I guess. Hello again, guys. Welcome to the end of the video. It is the same day. I just spilled coffee all over myself, so now I'm wearing Wage War, which are a very good band. This is the final illustration. I do not love it, mostly because I think the blue completely washes out all the pastel colours that I put in at the start of the video. As you can see here, it makes everything look kind of orange and a bit crappy. I also wasn't super happy with how the line work came out. I used my Artist Spectrum Sublinsky 1 brush, which is a great brush. I just think I was too heavy-handed with it. I was a little shaky as well, which I think is to be expected when you haven't drawn for like 5-6 weeks. There are parts of this illustration, particularly on the face here, where the line work is exactly how I wanted it and everything else came out thick. So I'm thinking I have another video for Friday and I was gonna do a digital illustration or something else, but I think I want to do a follow-up video redoing this illustration. Let me know what you think. I can totally do that another time, but it's gonna bother me if I don't revisit this. So we can just see this as a process video. We can figure out the colors and things in this video, and it's all trial and error. It's no harm, no foul. So let me know your thoughts. Before I finish this video, I have two things. One is that I'm doing Inktober this month, so you can find all my new illustrations over on Instagram. I will leave my Instagram below. Let me know if you're joining in. I am doing Furry Little Peaches prompts this year. I find the Inktober prompts from just like the Inktober challenge themselves, I don't want to say difficult because I get that's what they're meant to do, but I find them sometimes really hard to translate in my illustration style, which tends to be kind of cutesy illustrations. And like, even just when I was reading the prompts for Furry Little Peach, I was just like, oh, those words make me happy. Like, the first prompt is pebble. How much of a great, like, how fantastic is the word pebble? It's just so cute. So I'm gonna be doing that. By the time this video goes up, I will have done 3 illustrations, so keep an eye out for those. The last thing is thank you to my patrons for supporting me and for just sticking around as I've moved countries and painted things really awkwardly like today's illustration, and for just being there. I really do appreciate that. If you'd like to become a patron, there is a link below. I share my sketchbook with my patrons, so they get to see all the roughs that happened before this illustration. I didn't include that in this video because I promised that they could see it. That's the point of my sketchbook. They get to see all of that first. So if you would like to see stuff like that, or you would like to hear more about my projects or anything, feel free to hit me up on Patreon. $1 a month really does make a difference, and you can pull out anytime. There are no cancellation fees whatsoever, and it's just a really nice community, so keep that in mind. Okay guys, I will be back on Friday with a follow-up video to this illustration. I hope you enjoyed this and found it somewhat relaxing and or interesting, and I will see you Friday. Bye!